The year was 1992. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston topped the charts. Wayne's World had us saying "Party On!" And The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was still going strong. But 1992 was also a landmark year for video games. Let's count down the top 10 games that defined 1992. Kicking things off at number 10, we have Virtua Racing. Virtua Racing was Sega's first step into the world of 3D polygon-based arcade racing games. Here's something cool. It's often considered one of the first arcade games to use polygonal graphics extensively, setting a new standard for visual fidelity in gaming. At number 9, let's talk about Super Mario Land 2: 6 Golden Coins. This Game Boy classic introduced Mario to a new adventure with a unique power-up system. It was one of the earliest games to use a password system for saving, which was pretty rare for Game Boy games at the time. Number 8 brings us Final Fantasy V. Final Fantasy V is famous for its job system, allowing characters to change classes, adding immense depth to gameplay. Its development was overseen by Hironobu Sakaguchi, who later founded Mistwalker, the studio behind games like Blue Dragon. Sliding into number 7, we find Dune 2: The Building of a Dynasty. Dune 2 is widely regarded as the first real-time strategy game, setting the stage for future RTS hits. It was one of the first games to use mouse-driven interface elements, which became standard in RTS games. At number 6, we dive into Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. This point-and-click adventure offered 3 different paths to completion, adding replay value with its branching storylines. It was developed by Jordan Mechner, who also created Prince of Persia, blending puzzle solving with narrative adventure. Number 5 is Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 2 improved on its predecessor with better graphics, deeper gameplay, and more characters. Fun fact, it was one of the first games to feature selectable difficulty levels on the Genesis, giving players options of easy, normal, or hard. At number 4, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This sequel added Tails as a playable character, introducing cooperative gameplay. Its development was so rushed that the debug mode was accidentally left in the final game, allowing players to explore unfinished levels. Number 3 is Wolfenstein 3D. Wolfenstein 3D revolutionized first-person shooters, setting a template for the genre. It was one of the first games to spark discussions on video game violence, leading to some censorship in its release versions. At number 2, we have Super Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart brought Mario and friends to the racing genre, introducing power-ups that became staples in kart racing games. The game was initially delayed due to the complexity of getting all of the cars on screen simultaneously, which was unprecedented at the time. And finally, at the top spot, number 1 is Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat not only introduced gore and fatalities, but also changed fighting games with its digitized characters. Its controversial content led to the creation of the Entertainment Software Rating Board, ESRB, forever changing how games are rated. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 games of 1992, each leaving a lasting legacy in gaming culture. What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Up next, 1993.